Welcome back. You're watching Buy Now Sell Now on ET Now, show where we get you answers for all of your stock-related queries. Remember, viewers, you can connect to us live on the WhatsApp number that's flashing on your screen. Remember, each time you write to us, mention your name, the stock that you're looking to invest in, mention that as well. If you're already invested in the stock, mention the buy price, the quantity, as well as the time horizon that you intend to keep a stock in your portfolio, because in that way, we'll be able to direct your queries better to our experts. Talking about our experts, today we have Hemen Kapadia, who's joined us on the technicals, while on the fundamentals we have Rajesh Agarwal, who's there with us on the show. Once again, good morning to both of you gentlemen, and let me kickstart taking the stock related queries then. And the first query that I have is coming in on ONGC. This one is coming in from Bhagwan from Mumbai. And he has 300 shares of ONGC at a price of 331 rupees per share. He has 300 shares of Vedanta at a price of 467. Does it make sense to hold on to these counters for the next 3 months, Hemen? Or should our viewer look to, in fact, put that money in TMIL Pharma? What's your take coming in? Is this strategy right? I like the frown on your face, Hemen, because you're also trying to figure out, one is in the oil and gas space, one is in the metal space. If you look at that, they're in commodity space. From that, exit and then put it into pharmaceuticals. You think that's a good move?
Yes, a very good morning to you, Sel. Very good morning to you, Rajesh. Uh, I have a feeling if we could extend the time frame as far as ONGC is concerned, from 3 months to, I know he specified 3 months, but I would request him to extend the time frame for 6 or 9 months, then it's a hold. As far as Vedanta is concerned, little I don't see a problem. Maybe 3, 4 months, I would say hold. I believe we are setting the stage for a new all-time high coming in Vedanta, Cheryl. So PPL, Piramal Pharma, not that much of data, all-time high, steady. But like I said, short-term sell ONGC, hold for Vedanta in that time frame.
All right, that's the take coming in on ONGC. But moving on to the next query, this one is coming from Padma. And Rajesh, first of all, a very good morning. And Padma's query is on Coforge. She's actually sitting at a 20% profit in Coforge and now wants to know, is this a good time to actually book out some profits and rather make an investment in stocks like Cochin Shipyard, BHEL or ONGC for the next 12 months?
Good afternoon, Srishti, Hemen. Good afternoon, Sharif. I don't think that would be a better strategy because as we all are anticipating a rate cut from Fed side, and if once that happens, that's for sure it's going to happen. Everybody is taken for granted. The only question is whether it's 25 BPS or 50 BPS, but it's the fact that the rate cut cycle would start from here onwards, and it may extend to another quarter or so. So that would be very big beneficials for IT companies, especially those companies which have their large order book from the US markets. So at this point of time, I think one should continue to hold Coforge. Maybe another 5, 6% or 7% upside from these levels, that 7,500 is quite possible. As far as other counters that she asked is, I think Cochin Shipyard has corrected quite a lot from almost 3,000 rupees, that 2,900 something to 1,800 odd rupees. I think that's a good buy going forward if somebody is ready to hold for a 1 year time horizon, because you never know when this correction will stop. But the fact remains the company has good order book and it can give good returns in the near future.
Since you've spoken about Cochin Shipyard, I have a next query that is coming from Anand Mahishi, and he's writing to us from Bangalore. And he has 5 shares of Garden Reach. He's purchased at the levels of 1,640 rupees per share. He wants to know, Hemen, should he now exit from this and look to buy Cochin Shipyard? Fundamentally, at least we've got Rajesh's view covered when you talk about Cochin Shipyard. But on technical front, makes sense to book out of Garden Reach and put that money instead in Cochin Shipyard?
I don't think so. I am bullish like Rajesh on Cochin Shipyard and Garden Reach. So nothing changes much. I think a majority of the PSU stocks, whether banks or even the rail or the defense counters, been in correction for multiple months, keeping a quantum of rise. Retracement was necessary. So after this, I think they're all going to stage a decent, if not a stronger comeback. So yes, as far as GRSE, he should be prepared to see 1650 on the downside. If he's prepared to do that, I think he'll be able to sell it at 2150. So I think it's okay to hold on.
All right, moving on to the next query. And Rajesh, this one is coming from Jude from Mumbai, and he's holding 500 shares of IDFC Limited, and his buy price is 118 rupees. Is that a hold or exit at this point?
Point of time, it's a hold because that we all know that the merger is going to happen, and that would be a trigger point for their stock. So I think it's a hold at this point of time.
All right, so that's the take coming in on IDFC. It's a hold is what Rajesh had to say. This one is coming in from Vincent, and he wants to know about his strategy for the long-term investment. So what he's written to us, Rajesh, is that every 1st and 16th of the month, he does a total investment of 20,000 rupees in the following stocks. They're all large cap stocks: HDFC, Infosys, HUL, and L&T. He wants to know, are these the right set of choices that he's made to do these investments on the periodic basis, on a monthly basis? What's your take? Do you think these 4 stocks are good enough, or you think that he can actually add some more names to this or remove some names from here?
All these 4 stocks are no doubt very good for long-term investment, and doing SIP in this, these stocks would give decent returns. But the only thing I would like to suggest is add 2 more stocks if possible for your funds or your fund allocation. And the 2 of them would be Reliance and ITC. I think these 2 should be added to the portfolio.
All right, the next query that I have, Hemen is coming in from Suchita from Bangalore, and she has bought shares of SCI at a price of 80 rupees. Is that a hold and exit at this price point, or if you suggest for an exit, then any other stock to invest in that you can help her with?
Sounds like repetition, Shrishti, but yeah, hold once again if you have a slightly longer time frame, and if you want to shift, probably you can exit from this and buy some of the metal stocks we spoke about, because metals could move faster than Shipping Corporation of India.
All right, with that, we'll actually slip into a break in this edition of Buy Now Sell Now. When we come back, we'll continue taking your queries, so don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Buy Now Sell Now, show where we get you answers for all your stock related queries. And today onto the show to help you better, we have Hemen Kapadia as well as Rajesh Agarwal with us. And Rajesh, I'm coming to you for the next query. This one is coming from Raman, and he's writing to us from Chennai. Specifically, this query is for you. Wants to know, is PFC is a good buy even at current levels?
See, we have been recommending this stock since 500 odd levels, and today, if I'm not wrong, you said PFC or BSC?
See, Rajesh, PFC.
Hello?
Yes, Rajesh, that's PFC.
I'm not getting you. Sound is not coming.
That's PFC.
Sorry. PFC, right?
Yes, Power Finances.
Okay. I think it's a good buy at these levels too, despite the fact that it has quite run up, considering the fact that IREDA, which is all in the same line of business, almost same line of business, I would say, is trading at a much higher valuation. First. Secondly, with the kind of focus on power sector, the growth in power sector, the companies like PFC, REC are going to do well. Asset quality has improved from what it was some years back. And with the kind of rate cuts we are expected to witness in the coming days, these companies are going to do well. Loan portfolio is good. One can buy this stock for a target of maybe 550, 560 in the next 1 year.
All right, coming back to you actually, Hemen, and before that, let me just take a quick look at what the markets are doing, because we were about 15 odd points away from those record high levels for the Nifty, and now we are around 34 odd points away from that record high levels. 25,445.7 is the Nifty record high levels that I hit last, and we are just 33 points away from those levels. Let me come back to you then, and let me take this query to you, Rajesh. Actually, this one is coming in from SK Saran, who's writing to us from Bangalore, and he's told me to take this query to you because he since you are from Kolkata, and he said the company that he wants he has a query on is also from Kolkata, so therefore I should take this query to you. He wants to know about Texmaco Rail. How is it for a fresh entry? Should he buy more? I believe he already has 300 shares at a price of 258 rupees per share. Do you think that this company is worth adding on to the portfolio if you're already holding?
See, if it's a long-term bet, yes, it can be added because it's one of the largest companies. Wagon manufacturing is doing very well. Order book is very good. They have recently raised some money. And going forward with the kind of new orders pouring in, I think the company is going to do well. I would like to add one more thing. There is one company called Texmaco Infra, which is a holding company of Texmaco Rail. That's on a better footing than what Texmaco Rail is. So if somebody is looking for putting new money, one can go even consider buying Texmaco Infra because one, it holds Texmaco Rail shares. Secondly, they hold some land in Delhi, which if developed would give good returns. So I don't know when that would be developed, but that's a good bet.
All right. This next query that I have is coming in from just a second. A couple of queries actually pouring in at the same time. This next one is coming in from Shri, who's writing to us from Bangalore. Wants to know about Minda Corp. Hemen, 200 shares at a price of 580 rupees per share. Should he look to book losses or continue to stay put with it? If stay put, then what sort of a target can he eye for Minda Corp?
We are in a short, medium, long-term uptrend channel. So as of now, firstly, keep a closing stop loss of 520. If it closes below 520, I think you should book a loss and exit. Currently, a close above 560 should take it to 590 and above 590, 610. So as of now, hold is getting oversold. If this stop loss doesn't get activated, I think a recovery is around the corner.
All right, then moving on to the next query. And Rajesh, the next query is on Shri Vidya from Chennai. Wants your take on Gujarat Pipavav Ports holding 1,000 shares, buy price 235 rupees. Is that a hold or sell?
See, the company is doing very well. It has been in a very bad phase from the last 2-3 years, but recently the numbers have been started improving. But what I feel is the entire positives has already been discounted, and going forward for a major move or some kind of good returns, the company should be able to give some better numbers. So one has to wait for 2-3 quarters for the numbers to come in. At this point of time, the entire positives has been discounted. It would be prudent to book at least partial profit in this.
Just actually mark the flashes on the bottom of your screen. As you can see that that the AAP legislative party meet is underway, and what the party sources have told PTI for now is the fact that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has proposed the name of Atishi as his successor. Remember, on Sunday you had Kejriwal who said that he will be resigning within 2 days, that is today, and he will only sit on the CM chair once he knows that the people are of the view that he is an honest minister, and that is why this sort of a move coming in from Arvind Kejriwal. He remember that at 12 o'clock is when the formal announcement will come. For now, what we are picking up from PTI, where the party sources have said that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has proposed the minister Atishi as his successor. We will get you more details on that and actually connect with from our network who will actually explain to us what's the next step that is going to be adopted. Remember, Arvind Kejriwal was also of the view on Sunday that the national capital election should be brought forward. It should be held around November, when we will most likely have the elections in the state of Maharashtra. For now, what PTI is saying is that Arvind Kejriwal has proposed the name of Atishi as his successor. We'll get you more updates on that as and when we get more details with regards to that. Srishti?
All right, so that's the big development that we are tracking at this point in time. But moving on and getting back to your stock related queries then, and the next query that I have is coming in from Anant Naik from Bangalore. And Rajesh, he's holding 10 shares of Mazgaon Dock. His buy price is 1,938 rupees. At this price point, is that a hold or sell?
If you time is not a constraint, I think one can continue to hold. We are witnessing strong correction in the entire PSU basket. So maybe for that reason, some amount of correction might happen, but the company is doing well. The numbers have been good. Order book is good. Continue to hold for a longer term.
All right. This next query that is coming in from Anant Naik, he wants to know about Mazagon Dock. I know you will say it sounds repetitive, isn't it, Hemen? Because everyone's asking about shipbuilders or the industry linked to that. So this one is from Anant. 10 shares of Mazagon Dock, purchase of 1,938. Should he sell or hold? He is sitting on a very good, handsome set of profits. I don't know which other adjective I can use for such great profits that he's sitting on.
Firstly, heartiest congratulations on making killing. I would totally go with what Rajesh has said. I have a very technical matching view. Just keep in mind, Mazagon Dock has moved from 200 to 5,800. You cannot run 2 marathons in a row. Give it some time, give it some price. Massive rise, it has to be corrected. So once again, your outlook is your 1 year or more. Very clear hold. Lesser than that, it's a sell on bounce.
All right. Moving on to the next query then, and let's switch the sector to some of the stocks related to the agri and fertilizer space. And Rajesh, this one is coming from Venu, holding 100 shares of Deepak Nitrite, bought at a price of 3,005 rupees. He's at a loss in this one, is what he's saying. What's your take on this one, Rajesh? Good to hold on, and what sort of a return expectation he can have from this one?
See, the chemical basket has underperformed the market in the last 2-3 years. Previously, when China Plus thing was going on during COVID period, they gave fabulous returns, and now they have underperformed. But what I feel, the entire space has bottomed out, and Deepak Nitrite being one of the leaders of the pack, I would say, not only in chemicals but phenolics, which is doing very well. Expansion has been done. I think this would be one of the major gainers of the uptrend coming in chemical sector. One should continue to hold, and if the funds provide, one can even add. Maybe a target of 3,500, 3,800 odd rupees in the next 6 to 9 months is quite possible.
All right. This next query that I have is coming in from our viewer who is writing to us from Mangalore. His name is Krishna, who is a senior citizen. Rajesh, he has Union Bank, about 1,800 shares at a price of 160 rupees per share for the last 1 year. He is sitting on a loss. He wants to know whether he should make a switch out of Union Bank into some other name. What's your take coming in on Union Bank? He's been holding on to it for the last 1 year. Definitely, with the fact that he's seen the wealth erosion in this one, what should he do with Union Bank?
See, not only this, but the entire PSU banking space has seen a major correction. Many of the names have seen correction of around 30-40% from the recent highs. So it's better to stick to Union Bank rather than switching to some other PSU banks. If the entire space starts moving up after the rate cut, which we believe is going to happen sooner than later, the entire space would start moving up. The balance sheets has been cleaned, and IMs are doing well. The only concern is credit uptake, which we think once the rate cut happens, credit uptake will start happening. So stick to this. If you want to put new money in the PSU space, I think UCO Bank and Bank of Maharashtra are two better choices.
All right. Moving on to the next query. And Hemen, what's your take on Indian Hotels? Tina is holding the shares from price of 156 rupees, and she is also sitting at great profits in this one. Still a hold, or maybe you will advise to book out some profits, or any other tourism related stock to add at this price point?
Once again, congratulations are in order. Phenomenal investment. Daily, weekly, monthly, Shrishti, it's an uptrend on all time frames. So I don't see any reason to book profit. I mean, there's always no harm in taking some money home, but technically, absolutely no signal to book profit, exit. It's not overbought mildly, nor as it's all time highs. I would suggest a hold on. And anything else in the same space, I think Ease My Trip has been corrective for a long time. That could be getting interesting, and maybe even a lemon tree.
All right, that's the take coming in on the query. But on that note, we slip into a break on this edition of Buy Now Sell Now. When we come back, more stock queries to be answered. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. You're watching Buy Now Sell Now on ET Now. Let's continue taking all of the stock related queries. Then this next query that I have is coming in from Vikram from Pune. He wants to know about Adani Ports for the long term. What would be the right entry price for this particular counter? In fact, it's not only Vikram who's asked this query. We have a couple of other viewers who've asked a query on Adani Ports, whether it's a good bet to look at right now, and is the price attractive to go ahead and buy Adani Ports? What's your take coming in on this one, Hemen?
1410, 1350, 1250. Three support levels which can be used to enter Adani Ports from a longer term point of view. I've spread the levels. Target would be 1600 and 2000, time frame 18 months.
The next query, Rajesh, is coming in on Uno Minda. Hemen has bought the shares at a price of 1,081 rupees. At some mild loss at this price point. What to do in this one, Rajesh?
See, if you have a medium to long term horizon, continue to hold. So the companies have been doing very well. The numbers is very good. Quarter on quarter, the numbers have been improving. The only reason for this kind of correction, I think, is the kind of run up it is that the stock has shown in the last 2 quarters or so. So it's better to stick to the stock.
All right. This next query is coming in from Sangeeta for Pune. Wants to know whether she should buy SBI at current price for a period of 1 to 2 years, Hemen, or is there any other IT stock also that you can look at, where she can look at actually to invest for the next 1 to 2 years? What your take is? Do you think that this price is an attractive one for SBI? Because given the fact the last 3 months has seen a correction, and also the PSU banks have not had a great ride of late.
Yes, Shell. They are paying for their exuberance some time back. But yeah, once again, 760, 730, 710, three support levels which can be used to buy State Bank from a longer term point of view. It's, I believe, a 4-figure stock. IT normally persistent leads the entire IT pack over the past some time. My personal pick would be a Wipro.
All right, but one more query on a large cap stock. Hemen is from Subrata Mukherjee, wants to buy ITC at this price point in the medium to long term. Any targets to look out for?
You overbought, a small correction in the offering. Longer term targets would be 580 and 640. Once again, 18 months looks good. FMCG pack looks good. ITC is also, it's just that it's moved from 400 to 520. Might be seeing a small cool off, but yeah, long-term charts look quite solid.
All right, this one is coming in from viewer. I don't have the name of the viewer, but wants to know whether to invest in IRCTC, Tata Motors, and LIC Housing Finance at this point in time. Out of these three, you can give your view on 2 of them actually. Rajesh, what's your take? LIC Housing Finance, IRCTC, Tata Motors at this point in time. Which one do you think is a good bet for the long term?
See, for long-term horizon, I think all three are good bets. But if I have to choose 2 out of these 3, LIC Housing Finance and IRCTC would be chosen, because one, LIC Housing Finance, after the kind of run-up which we have seen in Bajaj Housing Finance yesterday and today also, I think the valuations are quite attractive when you compare with it. While Bajaj Housing Finance is trading at a P of 60-70 odd at this point of time, LIC is trading at 12-13 P, while this is the number 1 company in the housing finance sector and Bajaj Housing in the second space. Moreover, with the kind of parentage this company has of LIC, the cost of fund is quite low. The company is doing very well. Disbursement has been good, strong earning growth. So I think everything goes in favor of LIC Housing Finance. And as far as IRCTC is concerned, all the 4 divisions, be it ticketing, rail near, catering, or tourism, are doing well. In fact, in ticketing and rail near, they have the monopoly business, debt-free company. With the launch of new Vande Bharat and all, they are going to be benefited. They have recently tied up with Zomato and all for food business. And not to forget, the management has even announced that they are going for outside catering too. And it has not run up the way the other railway stocks have run up. The valuations are also good. I think one can go along in these 2.
Right, Rajesh, the next query is coming from Manoj from Mumbai and wants your advice on 2 stocks from the same group, because he's already holding shares of Piramal Enterprise. 100 shares buy price was 960 rupees, but he wants to shift to Piramal Pharma instead. Would you advise the same, Rajesh?
See, shifting would be advised. I think if you have new money, you can buy Piramal Pharma. The numbers have started improving. Previously, it was in a bad shape, but going forward, I think the numbers should be better going forward. So one can have some smaller exposure to Piramal Pharma too.
All right, so that's the take coming in on Piramal Group of counters. But on that note, we're totally out of time on this edition of Buy Now, Sell Now. So thank you so much, Rajesh, as well as Hemen, as always, for joining us on the show, resolving viewer queries, giving your view on the metal space as well. But with that, viewers, it's a goodbye from Shrishti, myself, and the team that put the show together. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. Markets at noon coming up next.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.